Welcome back to the channel, man. Today we actually picked up a new tool for the garage, something that we've probably been needing for a really long time. I can think of a lot of projects that we have worked on that this would have most certainly helped with, but at least we have it now and it'll help with future projects as well, including what it is that we're gonna be doing today, which is just gonna be hacking the shit out of Bravus' truck. Okay. What? It's the perfect opportunity to test it out and get used to it, since neither one of us has ever used a plasma torch. We get to learn on your truck.
Yeah, we get to mess things up.
Yeah. Alright, so to be straight up with you, there is a very wide variety of plasma torches on the market. From every single different price point, man, from cheap all the way up to really expensive. So I have found some for around $100, like 120 bucks. And then there's, you know, quite a few. They're up around 1,500. So this is most certainly on the cheaper side, but it is one that is a little bit nice, like a little bit of a nicer, cheaper one, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term. This one cost me around 250 bucks, and they have them on Amazon. You can even get them off of eBay. Before I purchase something like this, I like to do as much, you know, research as I can. I did watch some YouTube videos on some other YouTubers unboxing and testing them out and trying them out. People with a lot more experience on plasma cutters than what I have. I didn't see anybody really that was disappointed with it, but it is, you know, a cheaper model. So you're still gonna be able to cut and you're still gonna be able to do nice work with it, but it will overheat, I guess. So you're not gonna get the duty cycle out of this $250 unit as you would out of like a $1,500 unit, you know what I'm saying? But for what it is that we're gonna be using this for, I honestly think that this is gonna be perfect for us, because for the most part, we're just gonna be doing like sheet metal, and like what it is we're gonna be doing today, it's really thin stuff and it's not going to be hard for it to blow through, but it's going to make it a lot easier for us so we don't have to bust out the damn grinder and use a bunch of cut off wheels. All of the consumables you can get readily available for you on Amazon. So yeah, all the little like tips and these little cups and everything that you're obviously going to be going through. I don't know yet. This is going to be my first one and my first time ever using one. So I actually ordered this separate, and it is just a little pack full of consumables. Bang, bang. So we got backups, man, because I know we are more than likely gonna need them. There's the old snow bunny sitting out here in the shade, man. All right, so we're gonna get to cutting here in a little bit, but we got a few things we gotta get done first. So the bed needs to come off of Bravus' truck. The bed also needs to come off of my truck. I'm probably gonna be taking my cab off as well. I don't know if I'm gonna do all that in this video, but we're definitely taking both beds off. Raven needs to access everything underneath here. He has a lot to do to this truck, and it's just going to be a lot easier to do it with things out of the way. And as you guys know, my truck, it still needs to be painted. This whole thing is primered. I also have a lot to do underneath there, but I also need to take it off to paint all this shit. Dude, I'm so indecisive on what color I want to paint it. I was dead set on painting it white, and at this point, I really don't know. At the same time, I think it'd be dope if both of our trucks are white. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of an old man, like my truck, and Braven's kind of a young feller, like his truck.
I'm actually older than it.
Yeah, see?
Right?
And this is, I forget what year it is.
It's 85, right?
No, I think it's a 90. So I'm older than my truck too.
Okay.
I don't know, who cares?
You're
Anyhow,
older than
we got
everything, dog.
What the hell? Anyhow, we got to get the beds off, so that's what we're gonna start off by doing. Next.
This one's heavier, huh?
We're gonna find out. I think mine's probably lighter, honestly.
lot lighter. Oh my god, so much lighter.
Yo, so technically both of our trucks are now homeless. They ain't got no beds, dog. Dang, son. Now I can clean it again.
How do you get dirty like this?
Just sitting in this damn backyard, bro. How it gets all dirty. This is fresh paint. Yeah, your truck is definitely heavier than mine. You can tell just by lifting the beds up right now, bro. Like your bed was literally cutting into my arms, where mine just felt like half the weight.
Felt like half the weight, dude.
I wish we had a big ass scale, dude, so we could weigh them right now. That'd be sick. I guarantee you the cab is the same way.
Turn mine into sheet metal. Don't play with me.
I guarantee you the cab is the exact same way.
Oh yeah, my
That cab
heavy.
is way heavier than mine.
Plus mine has all.
I don't even think, I bet if you're to unbolt the cab, I don't think you and me would be able to do it by ourselves.
No.
But you and me can pick my cab up by ourselves easily. But then again, it also don't have doors on it right now.
Doors, glass.
There's also a lot more to your frame. So Braven's frame is all fully boxed in, which it makes it heavier, but that's not bad. Like his frame doesn't twist the way an S10 frame does, so it's pretty common for people to brace the living shit out of this. So where my frame is more than likely a lot lighter, I'm gonna have to add some weight into it and do like an X bar underneath here. And whenever I do that, I want to incorporate obviously a drive shaft loop and all that, but very much so not ready for that yet, because I need to like put a mock-up engine and drive shaft and transmission and everything in there first, so I know where it's going to be before I start welding things in that could potentially be in the way. Anyhow, what do you want to do, Braven? Kind of mark this out. So the idea is we're going to go through and just figure out exactly where he wants to cut and kind of mark it with a Sharpie, so whenever we start cutting...
Well, I mean, technically, I'm just gonna cut like probably a good like distance away from the firewall, so I could just take it off the firewall correctly. Like just take the spot welds out and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna cut right here, and then the rest of it's just basically gonna be following this bottom well here, like where the seam is on both sides, and then we're basically just gonna go straight across. Here the front, just gonna go straight across, and I'll clean it all up.
If we can fit down inside of there, we might need to cut this battery tray thing off.
You can fit right here.
Oh yeah, on the outside. Just bang bang, baby.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna get this thing set up and probably do a couple little practice cuts right here, so we can see how it cuts and see how it feels. You know, I'm not sure of yet. Like I said, it's gonna be my first time using one. I guess plasma cutters don't really like to cut through paint. I don't know, might make it act funny or something. But we're gonna find out. I'd imagine if we kind of just clear the paint out of a section where we're gonna start, probably get it started. And I doubt once you get that thing going that the paint is gonna freaking stop it. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be gay.
But yeah, yeah, that'd be. It would definitely have a sexual preference, and if it did, it would be gay.
Definitely.
For sure. Absolutely, Braven. You're absolutely correct. So when we upgraded to this more heavy-duty welding cart, I still kept my old one, and it just works out perfect to throw the plasma cutter on. I mean, I kind of have this big area in the back that's really useless because we don't need a bottle for it, but at least it's a place to keep everything all organized. I got a shelf down here to put my consumables. Bang bang, very nice. And I also didn't mention that this is a dual voltage, so you can run this 220. Came with a 220 plug, but then it also has this conversion plug that you can then run it off of 120. And of course, it's not going to be as powerful and work as good on 120 as it does on 220, like anything else. But we kind of have a shortage of 220 plugs around here. As in, the only one I got is the one that my dryer is plugged into in there. So we're going to be running it off of a 120 power source today. So let's see how this thing does.
I hate you.
Shit. So it's got its own built-in water trap also. I guess it's really important for the air to be dry when you're using one of these. So it's nice that it's got its own built-in trap, but I've also got one on the compressor over there. So hopefully we can keep nice dry air running to this thing. Power button back here. And no power. Oh, my extension cord's not plugged in. Brandon. I was like, oh shit. Check this out. So on the screen, it actually gets, so this is the dial for like turning your air pressure up and down. And on the screen here, it has a digital display for the PSI that's coming from the compressor. So you can turn it down or you can turn it up, which is really dope. And on this side, this is the amps in which we are cutting at. So obviously you turn the amps up if you want, I would imagine for thicker material and you want this to run hotter. And then you turn it down for thinner material. Or if you are like us, we're running off an extension cord right now. I'm sure it's not gonna like being turned up too terribly high. More than likely it'll pop the breaker. But it is what it is. I don't have a dedicated outlet for this. So that is something that we're going to more than likely struggle with. So I have used a cutting torch before, a settling torch. Like, I know how to use one of those. I've used one many times when I worked for the sign shop. And I never used a welding helmet. I just used safety glasses. So, I mean, tinted safety glasses, maybe, but...
So there's regular sunglasses?
Yeah, just like sunglasses. You know? Dude, these things are so scratched up, bro.
Can't even see through them.
It's so hard to see through them. I wonder why it's pulsing. I wonder if it's because of the paint. But it definitely blasts right through that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that's such a nice cut.
It is pretty clean.
I gotta figure out why it's pulsing. So we'll be right back with you. I probably should read the instructions. Maybe go watch a video or two.
Alright.
Figure out what it is we should be doing here.
Alright. Before we mess it up.
Yeah, I don't know why it's pulsing like that. It's probably one of these settings. So there's a bunch of different settings here.
Okay. Let's go read some instructions.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Air pressure. So I guess if you're at about 20 amps, you should be between 20 and 40 psi of air pressure. My air pressure dropped down now, but I dropped the air pressure down to 20 at 20 amps. No more pulsing, baby.
No more pulse.
That was easy.
We sat down in the air conditioning for 2 seconds and got back up.
We're like, we're gonna go sit in the AC and figure this out. We sit down, like Braven said, for 2 seconds. And the first thing we read was air pressure.
God!
Oh.
Damn!
Dude, why didn't we have this when we were cutting up all those Civics, man?
I know, right?
You know how much easier this would have been?
Oh my god. Yeah, we gotta turn that thing. Gotta turn that thing down. Takes like 2 seconds, bro.
Oh, it just cuts right through that shit.
God damn.
This is gonna be nice. You know, I can't wait. I know this is kind of a cheaper unit, but when I start doing the rear end for the 8.8, and I gotta cut like that freaking 1/4 inch plate and stuff to make my my spring perches and everything.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that'll get through it, dude.
Yeah, it says it will. I might have to plug it into the dryer outlet
It's probably a good thing I got all those extra consumables too.
Right.
Cause yeah, we're gonna burn this shit up. All right, your turn.
Oh man.
All right, you ready?
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what's going on?
Oh, the safety. The hell.
Oh yeah.
Is that you letting off or is it pulsing?
It pulsed. I think the PSI is still too high. Let me turn back up. God damn, that's a lot of extra space.
Good lord. So I have a little bit of time using this thing now. I will say, I'm sure it will work a lot better on 220 rather than 120. But the problem is we keep popping our breakers. So I bumped it up to the highest, like the largest extension cord that I have. And then I'm plugged in to where my garage door plugs in. I don't know exactly what the amps are on that breaker, but I've had the best luck using that plug whenever I'm using my welder. So, but we've already popped that one once, but it is working a lot better. Anyhow, we will need to come back and just kind of clean up some of the slag on here. But for the most part, dude, this thing's cutting amazing, bro. I wish we had this in our life a long time ago.
That's good.
I know I keep saying that, but it's true. I wish that we would have gotten one of these a long freaking time ago. This would have made a lot of things easier. But look at how much room you got now. Good lord.
It's ridiculous, dude.
We ought to just leave that side and just cut this side.
I put my battery back right there.
It reminds me of those guys that walk around with one sleeve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I just did one side. I'm gonna leave the other side the way it is.
Screw it, dude. Screw it.
I'm just kidding, but it's definitely Braven's turn. Cause yeah, it's you gotta have some patience with that thing. The damn breaker popping and shit. Ah, crap. If it's your turn to cut, that means it's my turn to be on breaker duty.
Cleanup duty.
No, cleanup is all for you. Your truck, fool. The hell?
We need some Arizona AC.
Some wind
Yeah, cause
and rain
it's about 100.
and monsoon.
It's 113 out today.
Yeah.
What happened, bro?
I know, it was starting to cool
Yeah,
off.
like,
We had a whole week of 90 degrees
One
and
day
below.
was like 89. It was
Yeah, like 70.
perfect.
It was like 76 degrees in the morning whenever we're like getting up in the morning. Yeah, 90 for a high, 96, 98.
Such a tease.
Yeah, now it's back to it was 114 yesterday. It's gonna be 113 as a high today. It is what it is, man. Anyhow, your turn. Get to cutting, boy.
Lunch break.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
My hands are dizzy. Good lord.
Was I all up in the way the whole time?
Huh?
I think I was all up in the way the whole time.
Yeah, you're probably standing in front of it the whole fucking time.
Well, I was right here looking through, and then I kept going like this, and I'm like back and forth.
It's alright. The subs don't mind staring at your ass every once in a while.
Alright, it's pretty good. You know,
All
their
the
wives.
guys talking shit in the comments, maybe they'll shut up now they got to see your ass for a moment. Bunch of f***its.
Oh, shit. joke went over my head for a second there. And I was like, fuck. I was like, really? I was like, kind of thinking to myself, I was like, that's kind of fucking gay, no? Oh, man.
So we are using the Sawzall to go through some of the double layered areas. I feel like, I'm going to probably say this multiple times. If that thing was plugged into 220, I'm sure it wouldn't struggle with it at all. But since being it's not, we're running off of 120 right now. It's kind of limited on power, and it was struggling to get through the double layered shit. So y'all already know Sawzall ain't going to struggle to get through freaking nothing there, man.
Sawzall may not struggle, but you struggle to use the Sawzall.
Well, that's because I was trying to use the blade right here.
Yeah, I know.
But whenever I put it in, use the blade back here.
The deeper you go, the stiffer it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but I didn't want to fuck up your cable, whatever that thing's for. What is that for?
For my hood latch.
You're really gonna use the stock hood latch?
Yeah. Duh.
You're just as bad as the fucking shit talking commenter.
What's wrong with this hood latch? You never gave me no issues.
Freaking gay.
Whatever, dude.
I'm just playing.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, then break it. That's my motto.
Right.
Damn! Murked right through that boy. Oh! Drop down too. Oh yeah. Got one little spot right there. Then you just gotta connect the headlight bucket and that sumbitch should be out of there. You might want to take it out the bottom because of your screws.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, no more battery tray.
Yeah, this one's definitely a little heavier than the other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely got room in there now, boy. Good lord. Plenty of room for some turbo manifolds and
Yeah, they don't know about that yet, man. They don't know about that yet, man.
yeah, I think this was definitely a job well done. This is much needed real estate inside of this bitch. So now we need to go through and obviously clean the cuts up, use a soft disc, and Braven's one to actually belt sand, or we don't have a belt sander unfortunately, but we need to try to pop the spot welds off of that section that's still on the firewall. And then you just take the rest of that off, and then the firewall will just be solid. You won't even be able to tell where it was connected, you know? Well, after we paint it, anyhow. Yeah, we'll more than likely end up repainting the firewall. Just to clean it up, bro, you know? It might be a race car, but it's got to have some sex appeal.
Oh, for sure.
You know, it has to. You know what I'm saying?
It's a street car.
Street car. Race car.
It's a straight car too, but
street car. It's a straight street race car.
it's a everyday driver. AC. No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched you take all that shit out, buddy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we took all that out.
Yeah, Braven gave up on AC. We can get those old school swamp coolers and put in the window.
Right?
Dude, I'd be down for that.
I might be down for that.
You know?
Just for while we're in the staging lanes and
We can
stuff.
bring it back. No, it only works while you're driving. You gotta be moving. Anyhow, yeah. Now it's time for a floppy disk. He wants to try the fender on.
I just want to see what it looks like from the inside of the engine bay.
You can't even see the fender over here. Like the wheel well. portion.
Really?
Jesus, bro.
Pretty close.
It looks the same.
Oh yeah, dude.
It literally looks the same.
It looks clean.
Yeah, no, it does.
Like I can make,
That's gonna be nice.
like I can make a bracket or something.
Especially we're gonna paint the front clip, and I mean the firewall. We'll probably spray all this stuff just to freshen it up, so that the outside of it is white. Because whenever you take the fenders and stuff off, it just has this primer on it. So we're gonna spray all that, so that's all white. Whenever he has the truck taken apart, still looks presentable. You know what I'm saying?
to drive around without my fire name.
Yeah.
Aerodynamics.
No, lack of aerodynamics. For the most part, got that side all cleaned up. Now we just got to go back and grind all this side. So get it all rounded and clean up all the jagged edges. The hardest part is probably getting this piece off the firewall, because I don't have one of those little skinny belt grinders. That's the best thing to use to grind out all those little spot welds. But, you know, grinder works, especially whenever you're not trying to put the piece back on. So I learned really quick, whenever you go to grind these spot welds out, those little circles, whenever you start grinding on it, you kind of lose track of where it's at really quick. So what I did was I went through and I put a little Sharpie mark on the outside of it. So if I do lose it, I still have a little Sharpie mark. Oh my God, there's so many of them. Bam, bam. Well, there it is, guys. Mission is accomplished. That plasma cutter really kicked ass. So most certainly, if you guys are looking for a plasma cutter, we got this one off of Amazon, dude. Like I said, it was like 250 bucks. It's not too terribly expensive, doesn't break your pocket, you know what I'm saying? But it most certainly gets the job done. I'm very happy to add that to the garage. I think it's gonna make a lot of projects in the future a lot more easier, more simple to do things like this, man, because if we had to use a cutting disc on that, you guys already know it would have been a mess. I am interested to see how the thing works on 220 volt, but anyhow, got this thing all cut out, and as you can see, there is a lot more room. So yes, whenever Braven does get the truck up and running, he does plan on in the future turboing it. It's gonna be all motor at first,
Yeah, just to break the engine in.
but then of course you need room for turbos.
Yeah, a lot of room.
Yeah, especially twin turbo.
Especially twin turbos. Yep.
And there it is, just open up a lot more real estate. Anyhow, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do smash the like button. Peace, and we'll see you on the next one. Later there, Ruggy.
Yeah, bro.